Ring the bells. More doomer posting and fear mongering ahead. This under 16 social media ban that the United Kingdom is enforcing is one of the scariest legislations I've ever seen. So a bit of context, about a year ago, Australia proposed a law where everyone under the age of 16 cannot use social media, or at least cannot create an account on social media, and that they would have to verify their age to be able to use social media, which is already very authoritarian. The whole point of the internet was to remain anonymous, but we lost that quite a few years ago. But now it's the fact that parents now are so bad at parenting that the government has to intervene and ban them from social media. So the United Kingdom saw this, said, the TV licenses aren't enough. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just ban kids from social media. Again, with the same policies, mandatory ID checks. Even better, they're gonna add curfews. So yeah, probably digitally at 10 p.m. if your kid is using social media, someone's gonna knock on your door. The bobbies will come around. Oh, you got a social media license? You know what? Let me tell you something. Kids shouldn't be on social media. But this ban is not for the kids. Fuck those kids. I don't care. The problem is these mandatory ID checks, all they will do is that the Western world will see that, oh, these things are working. No one's revolting against them. Let's do ID checks everywhere. It becomes a good way to see which person is accessing what website. They can say all they want that, oh, we delete your data after a certain amount of time. Tell that to the numerous amount of data leaks with a bunch of people IDs. So from spring of 2077, so from spring of 2027, the UK is proposing to ban TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for under 16s, which in theory is a good idea. Again, kids should not be on social media, except probably YouTube. I don't know what the hell's wrong with YouTube. They should definitely not be on Twitter. However, what's being proposed isn't even a blanket ban. It's you can't sign into these platforms if you're under 16. Or in some other platforms cases like Roblox for some reason, which isn't on the ban list, mind you, they create a little separate space for kids under a certain age group, which makes it much easier for adults to just prey on children, if you ask me. Again, like I said, keep children off the internet as much as possible. Regulate their internet use. Look at what they're doing on the internet. But the problem with this ban is that the precedent that it sets is not very good now, is it? So they're gonna enforce it as hard as they can. No one's gonna revolt because of the United fucking Kingdom. All they can revolt against is immigrants taking their jobs, apparently. But then a lot of other countries will start doing this because they're gonna realize, oh, we can just immediately track who's on what website. And then everyone says, oh, you can just VPN to another country. All right, cool, but slowly there's gonna be no countries to VPN to, and even worse, they could add programs like some countries do, like China or Pakistan, where you have to register your VPN with the state agencies so that they can track what's going through the VPN at all times. So how does that help anything? This is way worse than you think it is. This is the most massive breach of privacy that will take the world by storm. It's just a giant shit show. And in other news, Europe is having a field day banning the Stop Killing Games movement. Yup, after getting 1.3 million signatures, the EU Commission, whatever they are, basically said companies have no right to keep games alive, but we will bring forth a voluntary code of conduct to make sure we try our best to make the game stay alive, so that when you pay $60, it doesn't mean jack shit. Well, voluntarily, you can kiss my ass, okay? What do you mean voluntary code of conduct? I hate bureaucracy so much. You can see that Ubisoft literally stole money from consumers by shutting down the crew. Straight up stole money. But no, it's gonna be voluntary. Fuck you, that's why, actually. Anyways, if you're watching this far in, I'm gonna pull up Pyrocynical. Can you please watch the video I just uploaded on my main channel? It's not getting a lot of views. Thank you for watching. Join my live streams that I'm gonna be starting soon. Okay, bye.